Good morning, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, whenever y'all seeing this. Kind of want to talk about what I saw, right? Like I only saw what you guys saw. I want to start off with obviously the three core things. We didn't get too much campaign stuff, but I'm hopeful for campaign. I think this go around when they do the co-op campaign, they can do it right this time. I think they have the opportunity and the amount of technology and idea for Black Ops 2, sequel technically, to actually kill this campaign. I'm a big story guy. I love stories. So if they drop the ball on campaign, I think I'm just gonna be kind of sad and honestly kind of tight, because how do you drop the ball on something? We technically have had co-op campaigns before in the past with Call of Duties. I think World at War was one of them, and if you want to count Black Ops 3 you can, but Black Ops 3 was a terrible campaign. It did have its pulls and it had its ups, it had its downs, but overall, story wise, it had no relation to Black Ops 2, so that's why I just think it was a dud. We're getting mastery camos for campaign 4. It has to be good enough to where you want to keep playing. It's only in the co-op section of campaign that you're able to actually unlock those camos. So I don't think you're able to do it when it comes to solos. I'm hopeful for a good campaign this year. I'm the kind of guy that goes into campaign first before I ever touch multiplayer. He is a big story deep. Holy smokes, what did I say? Pause. Moving on. Obviously we got multiplayer. Multiplayer was the highlight, and I mean the highlights. Multiplayer, I do wanna touch base on some things that I've noticed. When it comes to TTK, it's actually extremely fast. I mean, you could obviously adjust that however you want. Stims look really cool. Obviously we didn't get to see no overclocking stuff, but stims look really nice. But skill-based matchmaking is the only thing that's going to hurt that game. The wall bouncing is great. I think they should have just pulled the trigger and allowed wall running. I think it goes for it. It looks like it can. It just looks kind of weird when latching onto the walls and not being able to move. And I think that's part of because of Black Ops 3. I got so used to that. So seeing people latch onto the walls, I'm automatically responding okay, well, we can run. But essentially you just can't. And I think they should have just really pulled the trigger on that, because just giving us a wall run without jetpacks, I think would be suitable for that game. I don't think it would be terrible for that game. The fluidity looks really good. A lot of the maps look really solid, and obviously the core game has to be good maps too, right? We have to have good maps. They are dumping so much season 1. I think there's 6 or 7 brand new 6v6 maps that are going to launch on at season 1. The whole Warzone integration, all of that stuff, man, all of that stuff. So they have a buttload of content that is just going to be dumped inside of Black Ops 7, at least through the first season for sure. I am actually really excited to try multiplayer. I think the guns look great. The optics look fantastic. It's a nice 3-lane map design that, I love. I come from, old Call of Duty. So, and then I want to dive into, the camos. The camos look fantastic, man. I can't lie. Those camos, they actually popped off with those camos. And then they teased us with some of the graffiti, old camos. They said a bacon one was coming back. The old, I think it was called Cyborg. It was like a yellow and black one. So they teased us, with some returning camos that we've seen in Black Ops 2. A lot of my favorites. The only thing I didn't see, and I do hope that it is kind of in there, is weaponized 115. That camo is the sickest and nastiest camo ever. I think I have all positive things to say about multiplayer. I think multiplayer looked freaking awesome. I loved just the aesthetic of it. You get a mix of that Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2. It just felt like it was a great game. Now obviously it's so much different when you play it. When I streamed today, I appreciate everybody tuning in, by the way. I wanted Warzone to kind of take the back seat. I said that in the live, but given some thought, I take that back. I retract my statement, because Warzone is a big focus of the Call of Duty franchise, as it should be. It's good, but it's just repetitive. Because of so much attention goes into Warzone, it lacks in the multiplayer aspect of things. They don't show as much love to multiplayer. I think this year, multiplayer is definitely going to get a lot more love. We'll go into Warzone, you know, later in the video. Let's move on to zombies. The zombie side, man, the zombie side looked freaking crispy. It did give me a lot of Black Ops 6 zombie style, like gunplay, the way like the health bar is and stuff. The map design for that Ashes of the Dam map looks absolutely stunning. So much so, it dialed me back to Revelations Black Ops 3 final DLC. Not the same, but almost again, where it has like all of these different areas of the map, but giving us a little bit of nostalgia, like, you know, taking it back to the diner, giving us Ted for the car and the Wonder Vehicle. You know, transit kind of feeling where you're operating a vehicle, you're driving through all of these different POIs. It's dark. It looks very hard, especially when it comes to the Ravengers. They look like they will tear you to pieces, you know, and I think that goes for some great zombies content. And then on top of that, I think they are releasing one round-based zombie map and then another survival map during season 1. So again, they're like dumping content into zombies as well, and I think that's huge. Zombies has been a big part of the Treyarch community, especially, you know, if you're OG and you grew up on zombies and multiplayer like I did. Zombies has been around, bro. World at War, then you know, it's been around for quite some time, and I think that the zombie storyline, like before Black Ops 4, was undefeatable. Given that this is the first time ever that we're actually being able to play zombies during a beta, bro, that is so sick. And it's the survival part, the guns, obviously the pack-a-punch camos look super sick, just everything about that. And then we had a little bit of, you know, showcasing of Zersa, and man, dude, that he looks like a tank. I think multiplayer and zombies, absolute crushing it, man. That looks so freaking good. Now let's move on to the Warzone side of it. This is tough. I did some thinking. I think Warzone is just getting a little too boring. Not to say that it's not good. I mean, it does lag and it hasn't been good for quite some time, but it is boring. Like, let's be real here. Warzone is boring. It sucks kind of playing by yourself. When you're playing with, you know, a squad and you're having fun and you're laughs and it's a good time, of course that's fun. It can kind of get stale. It could kind of get boring. Other than ranked, I love ranked. I love a good rank grind. So when you play with a purpose, I think it's different than just playing for casual fun. Warzone now, like current state, it's not great. And then they get to Call of Duty Next, and then they give us, oh, here's the new Resurgence map with recycled content. You literally put Liberty Falls and Shattered Vale Mansion, crammed it into one map with other different POIs. It's just recycled, man. You could have done better. Like, if we're being realistic and if we're being brutally honest, it could have been better. Nobody liked Liberty Falls. And because Liberty Falls was so much played because of strictly camos, if they're going based off numbers, sure, Liberty Falls was the most played. Yes, it was 100%. We're not taking that away because of the camo grind. Other than that, nobody liked Liberty Falls. And I don't get this idea where they take, oh, okay, yeah, Liberty Falls was a hit, and you're gonna put it into a Resurgence like area. It's so lazy. And then putting the mansion in there, lazy. It could have been done in a way that was more, this is new, not this is kind of new, but with some old stuff. Then we move on to Verdansk, which updated Verdansk. Bro, they changed 2 things, added 2 POIs. One we already had, which was Factory on Verdansk 84. Now, I personally was not playing Warzone as much when Verdansk 84 was out and that whole Factory, you know, section of the map was there. I didn't play a ton then, but I know it's there. And then you got the little satellite thing, you know, with towards the military base. But that's it, man. Then they announce that they're just gonna add the combat role from Black Ops 7, you know, perk. And that's the only thing that they're giving. One of the only things. Other than that, everything else is just small and just not as important. But you're literally gonna give us combat role that's gonna be tied into the Mountaineer. They're not giving us the wall jumps. They're literally ripping that from the actual Warzone part of it. They're not putting that in. Then I think that was kind of weird. Yeah, absolutely. I think that was kind of dumb, because how are you gonna not take the advanced Omni movement to Warzone, your most populated game? You just don't give us anything. Nothing to be excited about. The only thing that was exciting from Warzone aspect is the announcement of Blackout 2. With that announcement, my reaction right here.
The rumors are true, Miles, because I do have a secret that I would like to share with the community. Because remember back in June, after the Black Ops 7 confirmation, you and we did an episode of the COD Pod.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we
shout out to the COD Pod.
Shout out to the COD Pod. Up straight. First up, like, comment, and subscribe. Like,
are we getting an early release?
But there was a shot.
Say skill-based matchmaking.
Teaser.
Come on.
That got the community, let's say, you know, pretty excited.
Oh, I know what this is.
Where are you going with this?
I know what this is.
And I said, hey, this is indeed a shot from the upcoming Black Ops 7 co-op campaign, right?
Yeah.
So that's the truth. This is campaign gameplay.
Yeah.
This is Avalon.
Yeah.
But what if I told you that two things can be true at once? So I am happy to officially confirm that we are bringing a bold new experience to Warzone in the spring, inspired by the original Blackout and set on Avalon.
Whoa!
Blackout, baby! We're back! I've got some incredible memories of Blackout with my friends. I do know where you were going with that one.
I'm so sorry, but I am so excited to talk about this, and I'm not even done with announcements because the Warzone team is bringing the heat.
Extremely excited for that announcement. Blackout 2, holy smokes, man. But then they say not till 2026 spring. So we're talking March, April, May. You know how much can change in 6, 7, 8 months? And I get it. When Black Ops 7 releases, a lot of us, you know, I was watching Scump during a segment where he made a point. It doesn't really matter that they release that far, because everybody will be grinding camels anyway. But I thought about it. That's not the point. The point is to give us something fresh. If you gave us Avalon and you gave us Blackout at COD Next, and you gave us gameplay of that, that's where the buzz comes back for Call of Duty. That's where Warzone takes its next steps. That's where it can be great. Weird agenda that they do is like, give us hardly anything, some things new, some things this, but the big boom, you'll have to wait. Now, if like, just think about the time period here, okay? Like, you're gonna give it to us in the spring of 2026, March, April, May. During that time, here comes GTA. We're already getting Battlefield in like a week, 2 weeks time. Wouldn't you want to give us something that's like gonna pop now? I just don't understand the logic here. Why wouldn't you showcase that? Why wouldn't you give us that now and show us that now and say, hey, coming at launch? 6, 7, 8 months to give us that. Make no updates. I mean, let's be honest, it's no updates to Verdansk. A mid-tier of another Resurgence map is going to be played for 2 months, and everybody's going to go right back to Rebirth Island because it's just the GOAT. What logic? Like, what? We're supposed to get Avalon, I feel like a long time ago. We've been knowing about Avalon for a while. They just extend it even further out with No. So like now we're stuck. I mean, like you have the option not to play, but I'm just saying realistically, now we're stuck with Verdansk with 2 new POIs, whoop-de-doo, a new Resurgence map that's L, and same Rebirth Island, but on the flip side, Blackout 2 can be the rebuttal. It's like you want to release something like Blackout next to GTA 6. Are you crazy? GTA 6 is gonna blow the roof off every game, and everybody knows it. Why would you release something so close to GTA 6 and then expect your player base to boom, but for the next 6, 7, 8 months, what do you got to offer? For so many years, Warzone has been the attention holder that has gotten the most love. When in compared to the multiplayer aspect and zombies aspect, yes, it has. Has it been great? No, but I'm just saying it has gotten the most attention. 100%. There's potential, just not for long. Beta and multiplayer and zombies, here I come. But yeah, man, I just think that the Blackout stuff could have been sooner. I just don't understand at all, ever. I don't think anybody understands what Call of Duty does, really. But aside from that, multiplayer zombies look fantastic. I can't wait to play that. I can't wait to dive in the campaign, and I really just can't wait to grind these camos. I think hopefully, I doubt that they're gonna do it. They didn't even talk about it, but skill-based matchmaking will be the only thing that's gonna ruin this multiplayer. I think Call of Duty is needing to listen a little bit more. Specifically Activision. Activision needs to listen. For being so money hungry and money tight, listen to the people who make you the money. Skill-based matchmaking will be the downfall of this game. Enough said. And it looks freaking great. So, well, anyway, that's all that I got. Yeah, beta coming out on Thursday, so we'll be covering that. I'll probably be streaming again, so make sure you guys' notifications are on. And yeah, I guess we'll see when we get there, right? But as always, man, always remember to put God first, because God is amazing. Stay straight and keep walking in faith. Now we'll catch you on the next one, man. Stop.